This is a call for an uprising, and this is just too funny. Sia, as most of you are aware, Sia the artist, of course, who has half white, half black, esoteric hair that she just thought was some type of, or at least the masses think is some type of artistic type of look. She's not paying homage to the Freemasons and the esoteric duality that she believes in, and these Satanists believe in. But nonetheless, Sia has come out with a song on Thanksgiving Day entitled Santa is Coming for Us. Now, I'm sure a lot of you have heard Christmas songs in the past about Santa Claus coming to town and how Santa's going to come on Christmas Day and deliver the presents. But if you're awake, at this point in your awakening, you should be well aware that Santa is based on Satan and is based off of Nimrod. Santa Claus is not who you think he is, but that's another video for another day, dissecting into Santa Claus and Christmas, which I'll get into a little bit here. But this video is about how Satan is coming for us. So no longer are they talking about how Santa is coming to deliver us presents. Now apparently Santa is just coming for us and coming for our souls. Because that's exactly what this video is talking about. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, Christmas Day is not the birthday of Jesus Christ, as they claim. That is part of the deception of the world we live in. Christmas is winter solstice. Just like when I talk about the equinoxes and the solstices throughout the year, the four equinoxes and solstices that they have, these are all satanic holidays where the quote-unquote pagans, who are really Satanists and occultists, get together and worship Satan and these other low-life gods that they worship, like the Baphomet and all these weird freak show demons that they're obsessed with, and make ritual offerings and ritual sacrifices and, embarrass us as human beings, because that's what those people are. They're complete embarrassments. But I think that this is a little bit over the top, the fact that the song is called Santa's Coming for Us. Not that he's coming to deliver the presents, that Satan is coming for us by Sia. That is the title of the song. And the lyrics talk about picking out your Christmas tree, your pagan Christmas tree, the joy that it brings this time of year. And I'm not going to get into a debate about if you should celebrate Christmas or not, and all those types of things, because, quite frankly, you make your own decisions at the end of the day. Christmas is obviously a massive indoctrination that we all were put through. There are good things that come of that time of year, because people are, some people are at least thinking of Jesus and that it's his birthday. And there is obviously, it's a time where people are treating other people much better. But again, it is a solstice created under the guise of people believing that it's really Jesus' birthday, and it's more of them mocking us, and that's exactly what this video and this song is about. So they're constantly in the song just saying and singing that Santa's coming for us, that he's coming for us. They even go on to mention to send your letters off to Santa, right? So you remember growing up, we all heard it, send your letter to Santa, ask for a present. Well, here they're telling you to send your letter to Santa and tell him all of your secret wishes. Huh? So apparently now you're sending your letters off to Santa and telling him your secret wishes, and then hoping all your wildest dreams come true. So in other words, they're even exposing themselves now. They're exposing the fact that Santa isn't just this made-up old guy who lives up in the North Pole. They're pretty much going to get to the point now where they're going to reveal to you that it is Satan, and they're going to say, listen, Satan can make your dreams come true, right? Because we've all been indoctrinated with this belief of, make a wish, right? Blow out your birthday candles, make a wish, or all this wish and magic stuff with Disney, right? Wish upon a star, right? Throw a penny in a fountain and make a wish. And then the other thing we've been indoctrinated with is what? Make your wildest dreams come true, right? They indoctrinate and brainwash us with all this crap on TV to make us want to be aspiring what? Musicians, actors, athletes, right? Everyone you run into at a young age in their teens, everyone's, oh, well, I'm a musician. I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be the next big singer. I'm going to be the next big actor. I'm going to be the next big this. Nobody's content being, a plumber or something like that. People look down on you, right? So they've indoctrinated people with chasing these dreams that they know they can never achieve because these are all industries that they control, right? The music industry, they control Hollywood and all that, as we know. So now they want you, and they're pretty much telling you, instead of saying, send Santa a letter, hope you're on the good list, and he'll send you, a candy cane for Christmas, they're saying, send Santa your letter, ask him and make your wishes to Santa, right? Which is what these people do when they summon demons and stuff. They ask and they pray and they do all this stuff, asking for things from these demons, asking for wishes to be granted. That's what they do on these solstices and these holidays. I've talked about it. I shouldn't say holidays, these equinoxes. I've talked about how, the Beltane and stuff, where they believe the veil's the thinnest Halloween, and then the Beltane, they believe the veil's the second thinnest, which to them means that they can contact and conjure demons and all these things on the other side easier because the veil is thinner. And on those specific dates, they ask for certain requests from these demons, whether it's money, whether it's whatever, and they give offerings to them. Lots of times the offerings are humans and animals and children. Okay, so they're now indoctrinating people by telling you to make wishes to Santa, and he'll make your dreams come true. So you can see what they're really referencing here. They're not talking about Santa buying you an Xbox, okay? They're not talking about Santa, coming down the chimney and giving everybody in the house a Yankee candle, all right? They're talking about wishes. They're talking about dreams coming true. This is all part of the same indoctrination we've all been going through that they've brainwashed all of us into. Then she goes on to say, sing to the moon, set it free. So sing it to the moon and set it free. Now we know that these Satanists, during certain moons, whether it's a blood moon, full moons, eclipses and stuff like that, it is sacred to them. These rituals occur a lot of the times. They have this planned out, for specific dates and specific holidays that don't, the equinoxes and the solstices fall on specific dates. The other satanic holidays revolve around the moon calendar. And when the moon is at, its fullest and its largest, the blood moon, all that kind of crap that these losers get into and they worship. So they're saying, sing it to the moon and set it free. So what are they talking about, set it free, right? I'm talking about Satan. So this is, it's so in your face. It's so obvious. She goes on to say, you're the angel on the top of my tree. Need I even say more? I mean, it's referencing the fallen angel, right? And how you're supposed to put what on top of your tree, folks? What are you supposed to put on the top? You're supposed to put a star. And what does the star represent? It represents the pentagram, whether people want to believe it or not. Okay, that's the whole point of the 5-pointed star. In witchcraft and the occult, it's about the points in the symbol, right? The star inside of this ritual circle. The star represents the occult. It represents witchcraft, sorcery, Satanism. They tell you to put the star on top of the tree, right? Nobody's questioned why there's a star on top of the tree. People just do. Or some people put an angel, right? And this is them referencing the fallen angel, Lucifer, saying, you're the star on top of my tree. And you even get the Fonz in here. For those of you who remember Happy Days, the Fonz here, giving a lovely Masonic handshake here with this other guy who's in some movies. I have no idea what his name is, and I'm not going to bother to look it up because it's irrelevant. Same as this actress who's in the video. She's some other Hollywood actress. You could see the Masonic handshake right there, deliberately done right in front of the tree. And then at the end of the video, all of these people, all of these celebrities, because these are celebrities now. You get the guy at the Fonz, you get this woman who doesn't age, who's in soap operas. You get this couple, the guy portraying Santa Claus, the black man portraying Santa Claus is a comedian, a famous comedian. You get the young child here who is from Stranger Things. And they're all singing. They zoom in on all of them. And what are they all saying? They're saying that Santa's coming for us. And people are so indoctrinated, they're so dumbed down, that it just goes right over their head because they're like, oh, yeah, he's coming for us. He's coming for you. So now Santa's coming for you. It used to be that Santa was coming to give you presents, right? Santa was on the roof, he's coming down the chimney, he's going to give you gifts. Now it's that he's actually coming for you, coming for your soul. What do you think? Santa, Satan, all makes perfect sense, right? Does to me. It should to anyone out there who's awake. And this is Sia. Again, this is in plain sight. To me, it couldn't be more obvious. I'm sure you guys feel the same way who follow this channel because you're awake, you're aware. But you'd think maybe the masses would, right? And you want to see maybe just a small good sign, because I went to this video and I scrolled down and the number one comment, which was thumbed up, was somebody writing, "They mean Satan's coming for us." And it has 453 thumbs up, which is the most liked, which is very good to see. Now, I don't know if this person's somebody who subscribes to my channel or not, or if this person was being sarcastic, because as we know, they use satire and humor all the time. But you see the comments below it. All of these people are just so upset that this person said that. Somebody calls this girl trash. Somebody says, this is what happens when you listen to songs in the toilet. You know, people were just telling her off because how dare she say that they're saying Satan's coming for us? How dare somebody would say that Sia would be betraying them? Because remember, these zombies, these sleeping masses, think that they're best friends with Sia. They think that when Sia gets married to whatever demon she's going to end up marrying, because she's probably literally going to marry one, that they're going to be invited to the wedding as, like, you know, bridesmaids and groomsmen. I mean, these people are under such mind control. They actually think that they're friends with these celebrities. So for someone to say, it's not even saying anything about Sia, just saying that she's referencing Satan, not Santa, trying to help people wake up. They're so offended by it that all of these people, if you scroll down, just attack this poor girl. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? But at least this person sees what they're trying to do, you know, and at least the comment has been thumbed up that many times. Because listen, like I said in the previous video I did, they fear us right now because this awakening is massive. It is massive what's going on. This channel is helping a lot of people. So are so many others out there. A lot of us have, you know, there's different things that we do, different things that we discuss. You can't discuss every single thing. There's different ways of doing it. There's different ways of talking. There's some people, you know, resonate better with others. I know there's some people who don't like how I talk. There's some people who do the same with other channels, right? But the bottom line is that there's a massive awakening happening. That's why they're shutting channels down. That's why they're trying to silence free speech, because they're afraid. They're afraid of it. And you could see, though, what happens when people do speak out against it, how defensive of the system they are, right? All these people telling this girl off for her opinion on what she's really saying, they can't believe it. They're disgusted that she would question a celebrity or question the system, because these people are going to be the ones who are on the front lines defending this system. And that's why this is all psychological. Just like when martial law and all this stuff comes in the future, these people are going to be asking for it because they're going to be indoctrinated and thinking it's what's in their best interest. So this is Sia, and apparently, folks, Satan's coming for us this year. Or, you know, I mean, we're in spiritual warfare, so we know that Satan's always trying to come for people's souls. But this is just, it's laughable how obvious this stuff is. It really, really is. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.